So why is all this UFO stuff happening now? And why is it happening to me? Now, these are the two biggest questions that I've been getting lately from people all over the world that are having either their first or their biggest anomalous experiences, and it's starting to make them question reality. And I think that is the point of all this. But let's dive in even deeper to make it make more sense. So first of all, you have to realize what this reality is. Because you would think, well, why do I need to wake up from reality? Well, this is an organic virtual reality. It's a place for our non-physical consciousness to stream into a physical avatar in this physical world and have experiences here that it couldn't have anywhere else. The same reason a pilot will use a flight simulator to do things that it would never dare do in a real airplane. To become a better pilot, that's what our consciousness uses this physical world for. But what was supposed to just be sort of a temporary sojourn, come in, have a few life experiences, then, go on with your merry way throughout the universe, has turned into this addictive repeating cycle where people get so deep into the matrix that they forget that they existed before, Earth and humans existed, and that they'll exist far after, that this is just one stop along the way. It's one school on your continuous education, right? But this place is awesome. I mean, look at this place. So we get stuck here. And even people that say, but not me, whenever I'm done with this, I'm out of here. No, because when you go back up to spirit world, which is just one more layer of the simulator, you get there and you're like, oh man, I should have done this different. I'm going back in, I'm giving another try. We do this over and over and over. And while it is a great learning experience, if you think about Earth as a school, which it is, then think about like if you were to have gone to grade school and you went to first grade and you're like, I like first grade, this is fun. And you just stayed in first grade, right? And you're like, screw it, this is fun. It's awesome. I get nap time, snacks, everything. It's amazing. But you would never grow. You would never evolve because you just went to first grade forever. That's what's happening here, is that a lot of people are forgetting that there's a flow, that there's supposed to be this continuous movement and ascension process. When you hear people talk about ascending to 5D and the shift to the new Earth and that kind of stuff, it's like, what does that mean? Well, that's it. We're supposed to be leveling up. The energy levels level up, and we have to level up with it. And just like in school, how you have like a graduation date, I actually believe that there is a graduation date to this Earth life experience. And that's why there seems to be this sort of urgency now. There seems to be a shift in everything happening around us where there's more spiritual awakenings. There's a higher frequency of like anomalous and UFO sightings and things like that. And then people will come to me and they'll say, hey, Jordan, what does this mean? I've never cared about UFOs. I've never thought about this. I'm not spiritual. I'm not religious, whatever the case may be. And they're like, all of a sudden, they're like, this is happening to me. Why is this? Well, there's a combination of things. There are, our complex matrix of ourselves, which consists of our guides and our higher selves that are helping. There is Gaia, Earth itself, which is a conscious being, which is helping. And then there's also these higher dimensional beings and higher intelligences that have a fondness for Earth. They probably were Earthlings before, and they're coming in to help. It's what Dolores Cannon would call the waves of volunteers or the star seeds. So there's all these different things and beings and entities that are helping with this collective awakening process. It's like taking a snow globe and shaking it up, right? You have to do that so that people will start to remember, because this is a free will experience. Like, this is a free will simulator, so they can't impede on our free will. Not even your higher self can. We're here and we have to figure things out on our own, but they can help. And there seems to be more of an urgency now. It's palpable. You can feel the urgency with which this awakening is happening. And that leads me to think that there is this date coming up. There is this moment in time that we need to be ready for. It's like at the end of the school season or school year, you have exams and the teacher's like, hey, guess what? You are going to have to buckle down. You're going to have to learn more. You're going to have to read more. You're going to have to study. We got tests coming up. You got to be ready for this stuff, right? Well, right now, I think that all of those teachers, the astral teachers, are looking at us saying, you guys aren't ready. You don't even know what's coming. You are not ready. And they're trying to get us ready. But to get us ready, they got to kind of shake us up. It's what they call the slow drip disclosure. Instead of just saying, hey guys, aliens are real and interdimensionals are real. And guess what? This reality that you're in is just one tiny little bubble in this whole complex, convoluted universe. And that you were something before you came here and you'll be something after here. And that this is just simply a VR training simulator for your consciousness to come in. It was supposed to be a short, temporary sojourn. And you've been here for eons. It's time to wake up and graduate and get out of here. If you were just to tell people that, they would Gil, they're like, I don't know about, you know what I mean? So even me saying this, I'm sure people are going to be like, Jordan's lost it, you know? Beautiful sunset, but Jordan has lost it. But I'm just a messenger, man. I'm just telling you, this is what I think we're doing here. This is what I think explains the rapid onset of all these different phenomena that are coming in, you know, at one time. I think that there's this tipping point that we're about to go through with the whole AI and technological singularity. We have all these different, you know, ecological catastrophes unfolding in front of our eyes. We have this looming world war. There's all these things happening. And at the same time, I think that there's a graduation date for our spirit side coming in conjunction to all that. So we have a convergence of a lot of very critical things. And on top of that, we're in this, you know, energetically and emotionally charged world here. And, you know, people, the average person doesn't know any of this happening. He doesn't know anything exists out of this. So it's really hard just to tell them these things. So I think all these things that are happening, spiritual awakenings and these wild dreams people are having, and these, you know, UFO experiences and all this kind of stuff is just all contributing to just shaking people up, waking people up, and making people open their aperture and realize that, you know, you are more than your physical body. There is more in this physical world. You came here with a purpose and with a mission, and it's time to remember all these things because graduation day is coming. That's what I think. Anyways, let me know what y'all think, and have a beautiful day. Peace.